Once upon a time, there was a valley called Puzlo. This valley was like no other place you've ever heard of. Here, fairy tale characters have gathered for many years to get away from it all, escape from the tabloids and all the gossip in Tinseltown. Here in Puzlo, they could be a lot more like themselves and a lot less like a character. Life here was simple and peaceful. Life here was easy. Do you still have the innocence of youth? Do you look upon the world with an open mind? In that case, you should choose the right path. However, if you've lived a bit longer and have lost a little of your childish ways, then I must ask you to choose the left path. Here is the first magic piece of the puzzle. Put this one in the right place, and soon you'll get more. Good job! That was the first piece of the puzzle. Look around and see if you can find more pieces to play with. The pirate ship belongs to Captain Crowbeard. The citizens of Puzlo often find themselves apologising for the captain and his terrible temper. Captain Crowbeard is one of the originals that has lived the longest in Puzlo, and I must admit he has become slightly grumpy over the years, towards everyone and everything. Try to see if you can get him to fire the cannon. Good job. Ahar! Thank you for returning my cannonballs. You make a fine shipmate. In the very beginning, the Valley of Puzlo was something of a weekend retreat for fairy tale characters. It was a place that offered a welcome break from the stresses and strains of everyday life with its curses, complicated riddles, hard work and constant deadlines. Puzlo was a place where all good things didn't have to come in threes, where the number 7 wasn't always magical, where everything wasn't always black and white. In Puzlo, evil witches and magicians couldn't be seen on every street corner. You didn't get enchanted every other day, and not everyone was expected to live happily ever after. Everything was always so dramatic in the fairy tales, but not here in Puzlo. Here life was more laid back, and for that reason, over the years the valley became more than just a weekend retreat. Many of the characters decided to move here, particularly those who, for some reason, never got chosen to star in the big fairy tales. Maybe it was because they didn't really fit in the general idea of how a fairy tale character should walk, talk and behave. These characters were almost like the ones we've come to know in the famous fairy tales, but not quite. Now welcome to Chapter 1. Good job. The Valley of Puzlo is far away from everything and anywhere. In particular, it's far, far away from Tinseltown, the big city, where every fairy tale character goes in search of fame, fortune, and a part in a blockbuster fairy tale or cartoon. The competition was, as you can imagine, fierce. Wizards were 13 to the dozen, and beautiful princesses and brave princes were practically falling over each other. In every restaurant and store in Tinseltown, fairy tale characters were busy working and dreaming of making it big as the star of a smash hit story. This led to everyone competing against each other for parts, all the time. Everyone wanted to be the best, or the worst, depending on whether they were supposed to be good or evil. So if you were a princess, your hair was always supposed to be super blonde, super curly, and super long. The jaw of every prince looked like it had been carved out of stone, and their muscles bulged from spending hours in the gym. Wizards and witches roamed the streets. The witches, with their pale skin and dark eyes, roamed more menacingly than the wizards. But in spite of that, only a few got chosen to work their black magic professionally. But in Puzlo, you didn't need to worry about such things, and you never needed to answer all those annoying questions, like if your career was finally picking up, or if you had something big in the pipeline. And let's not forget those really awkward questions like, why does your cousin land all the great parts? What's so special about her? Which was a question little Blue Riding Hood was sick and tired of answering. The Princess of Puzlo is another typical Puzlonian. She doesn't care much about her hair, but she does care about a lot of other things. She doesn't care so much about herself, but she thinks a lot about others. The Princess of Puzlo isn't like other princesses. The other characters in the valley call her the Wandering Princess, because she almost never answers the door when friends come to visit. She is a curious soul who would probably be better off as an adventurer or a scientist. Welcome to Chapter 2.